Hey everybody, Nicholas Wolfram here with JAMSI Online. I've got a 6.6 Duramax Diesel cylinder head up here on the Serdi. I'm about to cut the seats. We actually didn't do valve guides in this head. We only replaced, well, we did replace one valve guide that was worn out, but we're trying to save the customer a little bit of money, and the rest of the valve guides were all okay. There was only one that really had any significant wear, so I popped that one out, got a new valve guide driven in, and now I just wanted to do a quick little video for you guys going over cutting the valve seats on this head. So as you can see here, we already did the surface on the head. Like I said, I did replace this one valve guide just because it had some pretty significant wear. The rest of them all actually look really good, well within reason, to where we don't need to charge our customer the extra cost of the parts and labor of doing valve guides. The seats actually don't look too crazy bad, but you know, just to get this thing as good as possible when it leaves our shop, we're going to cut them here. So here I've got the pilot. This is kind of what guides the tooling down into the valve guide so that you can get your seat cut true and concentric to the valve guide. And I'm just going to put a pilot in there and put my bubble level on and just kind of spinning it. I can see that we are good and level. I'll kind of show you guys that here. The cool thing about this machine is you can kind of level one guide, and that's all the closer it's got to be. I've had people ask like, oh, you really trust this little level? Well, the thing about this machine is it will compensate for any misalignment that you have between any of the guides, and it will compensate for a little bit if you're not quite perfectly level. That being said, you still want to be, you know, as level as you can be, and I can tell from this here that we are well within reason. So here's what kind of the rest of the tooling looks like for cutting the seats on the Serdi. So we've got our tool holder with our fork that holds the little three-angle cutting insert. So it's going to cut all three angles of the valve seat at the same time. If you ever heard the term three-angle valve job, this is going to cut all three of those angles all at the same time. And I'll try to get a close-up here. So this pilot goes down in the valve guide, and then this tool holder spins around, and this little tiny cutting insert here with the three different angles is what's actually going to cut the seats. So I'm going to get started on the intake seats. So I'm going to run this over. Again, I am only floating the first planar float on this, and I'm going to get my workpiece centered, and I'm just going to start the guide down in. Now, if the head wasn't level, the pilot wouldn't even go in, but here I know that I'm pretty well level because the pilot went right down into the guide. Everything's fine and dandy, and I'm just going to get my workpiece positioned. Now at this point, I'll release my foot pedal from the float, the first planar air float, and I'll release the second planar float and the spherical float. And I'm just going to let that rest for, you know, give or take a 6 count, and that's going to be able to find, again, the true axis and the true center of that valve guide so that we can machine that seat as accurately as possible. At that point, I lock everything back down, and now, as you can see, everything's locked. It won't move, it's rigid, and we're good to go. So hopefully this will get you guys to where you can see. Maybe I'll put some color on that seat so that you guys can see a little better. Now, I do run a little bit of lube on the pilot just because of how tightly I have that pilot fit to the valve guide, because the tighter the pilot, the better the valve seat. So there I can see I've cleaned up most over here, but there's some low spots over here that have not cleaned up yet. Now I'm just going to stop it and zero that so that I have some reference for how deep the rest of them come out. But that one there looks really nice. So now we'll move across to the next one. I'm just glancing at them to make sure all of the pits are out. These aren't too bad off, so it's not hard to, we're not really taking very much material. I mean, they're bad enough that they definitely need it done, but they're not crazy bad. And since we didn't replace guides, sometimes when you replace the guides, you get some misalignment, but we're not experiencing that here. So at this point, I've got all of the intake seats cut. Now we just got to cut the exhaust seats. So I have another cutter body set up with another cutter, and it's set to the correct size to cut the exhaust seats. So we'll get all of those cut, and then I can show you guys kind of how we test them when we get our new valves in tomorrow, and show you, kind of the final steps. Got 'em. So that's probably the worst one, because that's the one I had to replace the guide on. So it's a little common for it to take a little more when you have to replace guides, because there'll be some misalignment from the last time it was machined. So seats are cut now. Like I said, I'm actually running to the warehouse tonight because I got to pick up some parts for some other customers, and I'm going to pick up some new valves for these, and tomorrow we will put those in and kind of show you our last double checks, and they'll be finished. One of the ways that we're able to check our work is with a valve seat runout gauge. And basically what this tool does is it has a little needle that runs across the valve face, and you can spin this around and see. This is kind of a way of checking how concentric the valve seat is to the valve guide. And you can see here we're running, let's call it a 0.5 run out. All right, so we're getting our heads back reassembled. Here's kind of the final look at them. I ran them through the spray cabinet, so we got them all nice and clean. Got them rinsed out really well, blown out really well with the air to make sure that we don't leave any chips or anything like that left in them. And I've got my parts laid out here. Got new valve stem seals going on. Putting new Engine Pro valves in. When I put these together, I just put a little bit of assembly lube on the valve stem, and that'll kind of pull down through into the valve guide just to make sure that everything is lubed up as it's assembled. Now, one of the final checks that I'm doing here is measuring our valve recession and making sure that it's within the specified limits from the manufacturer. So I'm basically just putting a dial indicator on here, measuring how deep each head is recessed from the deck surface of the head, and making sure that each valve is within our limits. Because in a situation like this where we've surfaced the head as well as cut the seats, we just have to double check that everything is still where it's supposed to be. So right now I'm working on getting the valve stem seals on. You can see you put this little sleeve on there so that the rubber part of the seal will go down over the keeper groove and everything goes smoothly. Alrighty, we've got valve stem seals on. Now we'll put the springs on and they'll be assembled. So I've got the head fully assembled. Kind of the last check that I'm going to do, just to make sure everything, one more double check that everything's good, is a vacuum check on all the valves. So I can tell here, looking at this gauge on the Serdi, that that's pretty well perfect. That's about all the more vacuum the gauge will ever pull, and when I turn it off, it doesn't move. It's not leaking down, and we can move on to the next one. Perfect. And after I cut the valves, I kind of already did this, just putting a valve in each of one of the seats, because you can catch it while you're still doing the machine work if you have something wrong. This is kind of just one more double check, just to make sure everything's good before we send this out the door. If a valve seat or a valve has something wrong with it, it's not going to seal like this. When you turn that gauge off, that needle is just going to drop really, really quickly. So again, thank you for watching. Like I said, I just want to make a quick little video showing cutting the valve seats on these and kind of the reassembly process. Nothing we did here is really for performance. It's just a standard remanufacture to get these heads back to factory specifications, get them running right, get them on the road again. So they got a resurface on the exhaust manifold side, the head gasket sides. They got all new Engine Pro valves that we supplied, as well as we recut the seats, put new valve stem seals on, and reassembled them for our customer. So if you have any questions, leave them in a comment below. And if you're not already familiar, go ahead and check out the description of this video. I'm going to put a link to our Instagram page, as well as our website and our TikTok, where we share a lot more short videos. So if you like this style of content, those are kind of the places that you're going to want to look. So again, my name is Nicholas with JAMSI Online. Don't forget to like it and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.